Yo, my people, time for our weekly market overview on EURUSD. My name is Jeremy Tekler from the Prosperous Academy. Let's jump into this. All right, so first, just a macro perspective on what's going on with the markets. And I mean, I don't need to explain anything. You see the trend quite clearly. You see that I've drawn out two trend lines. And that's because what happened at about, 2020, after the COVID dip was that market broke above this whole trend line. So it broke above the resistance, retested it nicely and started to pump up. And that was the time when we thought that market was going to start making its way up against the US dollar. But it didn't happen. It dipped quite hard actually, broke above again. And now we are in this form of a channel here. So what's happening now is that we're waiting for confirmations basically to see this thing dip lower down. So at least what I want to see now is market come down and test the bottom of this channel. So I'll see markets coming down, testing this low and actually breaking this low, dipping into this fair value gap that we got down here. Let me mark it out for you. On a weekly time frame, we got a nice beautiful fair value gap here. Boom. And that fair value gap starts at about 1.0265. So 1.0265 is the price where that fair value gap starts. And we will of course see some form of rejection there. As you see, the fair value gap lines up perfectly also inside this channel to come and test the bottom of it, to come and test the support of it. But yeah, that's on the bigger perspective. Every candle here represents a week, so it's a quite big time frame. So let's zoom in a little bit and see what's going on right now, because we got actually trades brewing right now. So lately what has happened is this. We have taken out these lows here. We're still on the daily time frame. We have taken out this low, and that was a significant key level, important key level. You see this striped baby blue line here. That's the daily key level that I've marked out. And we have taken that out now. We are on the bottom side of it. And if we zoom in more, what we then see is that we have come to retest it. All right. So we retesting this weekly key, this daily key level, sorry. And if I pull out the fib, on this last major sequence, this last major downswing that we had here, then what do we see? We see that we have broken below the 27.2. We know that the market loves to extend to the 27.2, but in this case here, we broke below it. Tried to break above it again to use it as support, but rejected it, and now we're breaking lower again. So with that said, we are definitely bearish. We have taken out this low. We are definitely bearish on EURUSD. And now the question comes to, where is the trade? Where can we jump into a trade? We will look at that now. So first and foremost, you got to understand this. When we took out this low, and now when we took out this low, we got free range. We got clear range all the way down to this lows down here. And these lows are at price level 1.05, let's say ish. So 1.05 200, let's say. And if we pull out the fib from this last major swing that we had here, let's see if we can find some nice confluence for that level. All right, we see that we have the 27.2 just above it, or we have it actually above where these candles close. So this will be our target level for this first sell-off. Next target level will be the bottom of this trend line that we spoke on before, and that is confluent perfectly with the 61.8. So that is our next target level, equally with these lows here. So the question comes to now, we are bearish on EURUSD. Okay, perfect. The question now comes to, where's the entry? And I will look at Dixie for confirmation. Don't worry about that. We will jump into that as soon as we have looked at the entry, and then we will see if we can get some confirmations from Dixie as well. All right, so daily time frame, everything is looking good. We are bearish. We want to sell off. Now here comes the thing. We're on the 4 hourly time frame here. As you can see, what's happening right now is that we are testing this last low here. It's being tested, all right? And market has rejected it slightly. Let's zoom in even more. There's nothing to see on the hourly, on the 4-hourly either. We need to get in closer to see like exactly what's going on here. So we are testing it right now. If I go to the 5-minute time frame, then you see what's going on. Came down, pulled back, came down again. Now the question is, will we break it or not? So here is my take on this. I want to see market break this low, come back and retest it from some form of fair value gap or order block that is here. We have a nice order block up here. That one would be beautiful, actually, excellent for us to enter for a sell. But for this order block to be valid, we need to take out this low first. So we need to take it out. On the pullback, we are entering, and so that means that we would have an entry zone at around, let's look at it, 5 minutes, boom, selling at around 1.06275. all right, that's our entry for a sell. Where would our stop loss be? Our stop loss doesn't need to be much in this case here. We can have it here at 10 pips. So above these highs, I would even put it a little bit more. So 14 pips, that puts our stop loss at about 1.06420, all right? And like I said, we're targeting at least the 61.8. That gives us a 4.2 in RR. So a beautiful nice risk reward on this trade. It's about 61 pips, but it has potential to go much lower. As we spoke on before, it's the lower trend line that I showed you guys here. First this low, and then we got this low here, this trend line, the support of this trend line. So that is our ultimate target with this whole setup. So zooming in again, that would put us somewhere down here, and then we're talking about 300 pips plus. But not to confuse you guys and not to overwhelm you with massive amounts of pips here, let's start by finding the entry, getting this trade confirmed first with the Dixie, finding our entry, which is here, letting the entry being executed, and then just watch the volume, how it's moving down. Now, time for some confirmations, and we will look at, first, before we look at Dixie, we will look at order flow. We will look at how the orders are being stacked up in EURUSD. So first you have to understand, we got a lot of buy positions that were open around 1.074 and 1.0680. That a lot of buy positions opened up there, and all those buy positions are in loss right now. So we're talking about this zone here, this whole area, even more actually, from this top, from above here, from these tops all the way down to where we are now. People have opened up a lot of buy positions, and those are in the risk of being liquidated. We even have more orders. Where do we got them? We got more buy position, 1.0745, you see. So where's that? That's up here. So when market came down here, people were looking at buying from here, and those buy positions are in major loss right now. And I think that they are going to be liquidated, because I see this thing selling off. So we got a lot of potential liquidations, and that is actually a good thing for us. That confirms our sell, because market makers, of course, always look to liquidate positions. That's how they build up liquidity for their orders, and that's what it is right now. So, and most people, this market sentiment right now is about 70% bullish. I think 60 or 70% bullish. 30 to 40% bearish. So, and when the market sentiment is bullish, we're looking to sell off. We want to go against the majority. That's what the market makers do, and we trade with the market makers, right? So that's the thing. So that's the confirmation with the order flow that we got. Second thing we got is Dixie. Let's look at Dixie. A quick Let's take a quick look at Dixie and see if it can confirm our buy, our sell of EURUSD. So first and foremost, we need to understand what has happened. What has happened is this: we broke out from this massive triangle that we got here. All right, we finally broke out, retested, and made this massive pump last week. Broke above this weekly key level. All these pink striped lines are weekly key levels. The pink, the baby blue striped lines are daily key levels. We have taken out this top here, and now we're moving towards this gap that we got here. It's basically a fair value gap. It's an imbalance that we got here, and from there, of course, we will see some form of reaction. So looking at this, we're on the 4-hourly here now. We got about, from up there, from this top where we are right now to that level, it's about 0.3%. If we measure EURUSD and see where 0.3% takes us, it's about down here. So that would make a perfect take profit level from there. And I'm pretty sure Fibonacci will confirm it. First, let's mark this one out in a different color so that we can distinguish it from all the other lines. And now let's pull up fib from this bottom to this top. And what do you see? 61.8 perfectly confirms this level. So this is our first take profit, all right? And that would be at around 29 pips, 30 pips. Perfect. First take profit. So that's what we're looking at. And after the Dixie, the dollar has made its move up to this fair value gap, we will see some form of reaction, maybe all the way down to this weekly key level, but I think from there we will move up even more. I don't think this pump is done for. I think this is like, honestly, like what's going on fundamentally in the world, everything, looking at how many countries have started to dump the US dollar, sell off their US government bonds and everything, and how many countries are scooping up every single ounce of gold they can find. Dollar is set to drop, dollar is set to collapse majorly, but I don't think that will happen quite yet. I think we will see this thing break above, tap into this fair value gap, maybe even create an all-time high before dumping. So it's like the last push before the major collapse. But this is what I see. This is what's going on. EURUSD, the sell is basically right now. You don't want to miss out on this. We got a nice little pullback here. Might present us a more discounted sell opportunity, but if nothing else, this is what it is. If you guys got value out of this video, then don't forget to like and subscribe. Put your notifications on also, because we're streaming every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. This is when we're catching these trades. We taking them live on the stream, so you don't want to miss out on that. 8:45 a.m. Central European time every morning, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'll see you on the stream, or if not, I'll see you on the next video. Peace.